Greeting brothers and sisters, in the name of Empire First, one God. This is our Facebook from the New York Church of Selassie First. First, I'd like to explain to you that we are defending a kingdom where Empress as the first is the vice regent of Christ. Christ, the anointed one, and the Messiah. In 1974, it was overthrown by the Derg, the Marxist, Leninist, Stalinist. Now we're establishing a mass movement to reverse that. Economic liberation of Ethiopia, restoration of the dynasty of Haile Selassie I, and restoration of the constitutional monarchy. So we are looking towards people who love justice and integration to participate in this. Because in that far is Imperial Majesty, people who born after 41 will be alive this morning. Because 35 Mussolini, the fascist, the Japanese man in the East, and Hitler would change the face of history. So we think the man is the one. Now bring it back to you. When we say about the mass movement, it means 1974, I myself, Emmanuel Fox, lead a demonstration in London with about 35,000 people to 17 Princess Gate, Ethiopian Embassy. We reach on Haile Selassie yes, English to no. So we start the movement from 74. 84, we demonstrate again. Haile Selassie yes, Mengistu no. That's 10 years when Mengistu leave Ethiopia and go to America to legitimize him claim to government of Ethiopia. And from ever since we demonstrate in New York and Jamaica. Objective, liberation, restoration of Haile Selassie dynasty. Now, we have a chant in Jamaica with respect to the listeners them is that weekly never start and coward and the way. Why make that chant is that every Rasta man worldwide and sympathizers should commit themselves to this liberation movement. Because if you don't commit yourself to this liberation movement, then we go and build a house and live for the house stop. We have been doing liberation chant in Jamaica with the Honorable about Christia Graham, the Honorable Anderson Bunai, the elders, and other members of the church and the IWF Incorporated. Objective is to spread this doctrine over the world. Now we want to globalize it, that a brother who is in Mars, who's on the spacecraft going around the world, can go up on Facebook and see all these things, because it's important. Right now, Ethiopia is unstable, because government Ethiopia today is shaky. At any time, them can't get overthrown because the mere fact that them hold on 33 million people, the Mara people, and most of them general is resigning and seeking asylum in America and a part of the world. It demonstrates that the government cannot hold for the next 5 years. So what we must do, we must create a mechanism that is necessary to bring back the restoration of Haile Selassie government and Haile Selassie dynasty and be a part of the liberation movement. Right now, it's very important because I'm not going to really go into details because if you go to television and the Times newspaper, you can find the same information that I'm giving to you. But I want to talk to you as a grassroots, a Rasta man who sees the struggle as well life. There's no repatriation to Ethiopia. That's abbreviated anti-liberation. And but must bear in mind that repatriation 87 years ago was Rasta passionate desire. But today, 2017, repatriation means we have to have low-cost house, clinic, school, employment become a reality. Right now, Ethiopia cannot afford that to give us. So, the next question is the so-called immigration gimmick that they want to do to Rasta, give Rasta Ethiopian citizenship. We have to accept that. Because 66 in Jamaica, 21st of April, His Imperial Majesty addressed the Ethiopian nation. We identify that Ethiopian and Jamaicans are blood brother. The DNA. But when we look upon this citizenship thing, we see Ethiopia as Hitler and the Rastafarian people as Chamberlain. Chamberlain meet Hitler in the 40s in Germany. And they agree that Hitler will not start the war. And they compromise with Hitler. When they go back to England, Hitler invade Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, and control Europe. So we can't afford to make the Ethiopian government use we Rasta. Because within Rastology and Rasta ideology is that to me, the Ethiopian citizenship is to identify where Rasta is in Ethiopia as an enemy and as a threat to the Ethiopian so-called democratic government. And by doing that, you can identify where Rasta is and suppress Rasta, like how Hitler suppressed the Jew. By finding out where them is to the same immigration status and destroy 6 million of them. We can't afford that. So right now, with that I call to Donald Trump, the President of America, Human Rights Watch, who realized Ethiopia is committing genocide, and asked him to assist IWF Incorporated, the Ethiopian Imperial Federation, and the Church of Haile Selassie to expose what is going on in Ethiopia. That our brothers and sisters in Ethiopia, the Omaro people, can get help because it's 33 million people that has been suppressed. Right now, Haile Miriam, the president and the prime minister of Ethiopia, it's a problem. It's a problem because what I'm speaking to you right now, hundreds of people is being killed in Ethiopia because of them rights. And we, as a Rastafari, is not economic strong that we could make broadcasts to the world. But we are asking people that love this integration to finance us that we can make broadcasts and write articles to the press to show the injustice in thing on the Ethiopian people. Rasta people, the status that you want from Ethiopia, what him call it again? Ethiopian citizenship. It's not going to work. It can't work. It can't work because it's a form of gimmick to distort the mentality that they don't support the mass movement. And if you buy that, it means say you will treat His Imperial Majesty as the first. And that is dangerous because God and ministry are watching the whole thing. Rasta people, you cannot accept the citizenship document. You cannot accept it. You cannot accept it. It's a means and a way the government will use it to know where Rasta is based in Ethiopia. And at the same time, undermine the survival in Ethiopia. Because right now, the government have a problem. Right now I talk to you, my problem both in the cabinet and in the parliament. Eritrea right now is blowing right now in the Ethiopia. Some of the people, in my problem, in the economics, in my problem. So we cannot buy that thought. Rasta people, you cannot accept the Ethiopian citizenship. You cannot, because it's the Ethiopian account, His Imperial Majesty statement. The Augustus Emperor 1966 made that statement in Parliament. You cannot accept it because if you accept that, it means that the Constitution and objective of the present government, you sign to it, you support it. 75, they will declare the abolition of monarchy. It's the same government who made the abolition in 1975. In Rastology, it's the old wine in new bottle. You can't buy that thought. You cannot buy that thought. So, I'm not going to prolong with you. I'm going to ask my brethren, Brother Chris, to make a statement. Because we have a gathering inside here with people from different islands who represent different island concepts. So, take it, Brother Chris.
Yeah, greetings to my brethren and my sisters out there. All those who love true justice and hate aggression and the Rastafarian community worldwide. We're talking from New York now. Church of Haile Selassie I. We are talking about the mass movement which is alive and strong. The mass movement, I tell you, say, liberation of Ethiopia going to come in your lifetime, and the restoration of the dynasty and the government of Emperor Haile Selassie I. Now, here we are saying now, we are saying from 1974, you have this government who overthrew His Majesty government. Them name the Derg. Today, them call themselves a different name, and them give a different constitution, but the same people them in disguise. So what we are showing you now is, don't trust them. Don't accept no green card from them, no citizenship. We are saying that government is a bogus government. It's not the real government of Ethiopia. Them destroy all our 3,000 and add history and try to wipe out His Majesty's name out of the history of Ethiopia and worldwide. The Church of Haile Selassie I, the only place worldwide that have that name. In Jamaica, you have two places. You have the Church of Haile Selassie I and the school out of Painland named the Haile Selassie I Secondary School. Not even a high school. So we are telling you now, all the world government them, all United Nations, African Union, all of them, and the mass media, them don't give no support. Them don't say anything in the interest of liberation, restoration, as the government. Them don't say nothing. So we are wondering when them kill the patriarch in Ethiopia and kill off all our leaders them in Ethiopia, them kill them, anybody who supports His Majesty. And right now in Ethiopia, them cut off the mass media from the world. Internet cut off. So I understand one thing clearly, that there is no support from the world leaders them like the United Nations, the Secretary of the United Nations, why I hear this. And also of the AU, the African Union, the World Council of Churches. All these institutions were supposed to stand up for His Majesty because His Majesty is a founding member of the United Nations. And him speak for all of the people of the world. 1936 when I'm going in front of the League of Nations to defend all small nations. You understand me? So why you know this collective security and international morality. What happened to all the world leaders of the world? We want them to come join this struggle and defend liberation, restoration of His Imperial Majesty government in Ethiopia, constitutional monarchy. Long live the dynasty of Emperor Selassie I, Haile Selassie I, live it, His Majesty.
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, one God. Let's look at the reality of the matter, brethren and sisters. If you call yourself Rasta, Rastafarian, you're using the name of Tafari, Rastafari, Emperor Haile Selassie I. So your identity is wrapped up in his Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. Or you accept citizenship from a government who identify in their constitution that there will be no more monarchy in Ethiopia. It is treacherous, it's treacherous. And if you accept that citizenship or green card status, that means you bow to force and you betray His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, the one you claim says you're God. Imagine that. A madness. Come out of that, my people. Come out of that. The Church of Haile Selassie I and the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation has been the vanguard for the Rastafarian, the real Rastafarian movement. I'm not talking about the sympathizers and the infiltrators. I'm talking about the real Rasta movement. Because the Church of Haile Selassie I and the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation since 1974 has been protesting in front of the United Nations the overthrow of His Imperial Majesty when the whole world participate and become accomplice to that fact. We now become no accomplice to our own destruction. People in the world look on the reality of the world of what's going on around us. We cannot in no way, shape or form be accomplice to our destruction. And this is what accepting citizenship means. The Imperial Ethiopian World Federation and the Church of Haile Selassie I was established by His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I through his son, Ama Selassie I and my father are one. And he established these organizations centralize and organize Rastafarians for what? For the liberation of Ethiopia from Marxism, Leninism, and the restoration of the throne of Solomon and David, which exists 3,000 years to this time. The Rastafarian, the Church of Haile Selassie I and the Rastafarian movement was incorporated in the Parliament of Jamaica, make Rasta a legal religion throughout the whole world. The Church of Haile Selassie I established certain things that was passed in the Jamaican Parliament in November of 2013, which is the 5-point document, 5-point proposal, which identified that Rastas be recognized as a religion. Discrimination against Rastafarians, children in school have to stop. This cutting off of Rasta people is locked by the police, by them locks, which is their holy covenant unto God. Them points that we accomplished them, the eradication of them things that the herb as a living sacrament. Right now in Jamaica, herb is decriminalized. You can walk around with a spliff. You can walk up to 2 ounces with herb in your pocket, and nobody can trouble you or arrest you. And we accomplished them things that the Church of Haile Selassie first accomplished that. And we are the leaders for the Rasta movement. So listen when we tell you, don't accept no citizenship from Ethiopia. Repatriation must be abbreviated. True. Liberation now. His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie Majesty.
Yes, greetings in the name of Emperor Haile Selassie I, one God, our King. All right, listen. So this is Brother Chenadine coming from the church in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm representing Grenada. So basically, at the end of the day, we as Rastafarian today, there's no way we could accept citizenship to Ethiopia right now, because from 1974, the government that's running Ethiopia don't support Rasta. So by you or any other Rastafarian going to Ethiopia and accepting citizenship, basically you sign your life away. You know what I mean? So we can't go back to Ethiopia until liberation and restoration has taken place. You know what I mean? And right now, all Rastafari, we must unite together. That's the wish of His Majesty. Come together under the banner of the church and the IEWF, and just help the prince and everybody set up the monarchy in Ethiopia. You know what I mean? So all Rastafari right now got to support the mass movement. Like my other brethren just said, if anyone accepts the citizenship, it's treason. You're turning your back on His Majesty, because right now it's plain and simple. The government right now, this government is not. They don't support the monarchy. That is not of His Majesty. So you can't support it. Thanks, His Majesty.
Yes, greetings Facebook, and His greetings from Barbeta Christian Haile Selassie I in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. And my name is Brother Joseph, and as a Rastafarian, I am a sovereign from Ethiopia, but I am not Jamaican. I was born in Guyana, so I am a national of Guyana. So this is to show that the Ethiopian mass movement is not a movement that is just coming out of Jamaica. This is something that is worldwide. You understand? And this is a movement that is going to start within the archipelago. You understand? And we have different people from different nations, you understand, that represent different nations that can speak on behalf, you understand, of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, whether it be from Jamaica, Guyana, Grenada, Trinidad. You understand? So what I want to say first is that to all the Rastafarians, and when I say all the Rastafarians, speaking old and young, but to the young ones them, I want the item to pay very close attention to everything that's happening right now, because the Ethiopian government is going to play on your ignorance. And I'm talking to the young Rastafarian people. They're going to play on your ignorance and the fact that you may not know of what happened 1975 in Ethiopia. You understand? So what we have to first understand is that Haile Selassie I is God with no apologies. You understand? And we as Rastafarians, if we are practicing Rastafarians, we believe in monarchy. You understand? And monarchy means that there have to be a king in Ethiopia. You understand? Nothing else. A king in Ethiopia. You understand? So that is why we are starting up this mass movement, to show the item, to show the Rastafarian people that His Majesty has people that's out here fighting for him. You understand? And we would like you to be a part of that same struggle if you are a practicing Rastafarian. You understand? Come be a part of the mass movement. Be a part of us. You understand? Because at the end of the day, Haile Selassie I's government has to come back. True. Has to come back. And as you can see, little by little, it has started to disintegrate. The government in Ethiopia has started to disintegrate. And that is why they're trying to now play on your ignorance of not knowing what happened in 1975. You understand? Because I am 26 years old. I was never taught anything about Ethiopia. I was never taught anything about Rastafari or Haile Selassie I. You understand? Until I came to the church of Emperor Haile Selassie I that was set up. You understand? Through the son of Emperor Haile Selassie I, Selassie, when he gave us that charter. You understand? So it shows you so that even before I was born, they was thinking about me. Haile Selassie I and his offspring were thinking about me. And again, I am not Jamaican. I am, yes, a sovereign of Ethiopia, but I was born in Guyana. You understand? So it shows you so that we have Rastas all across the globe ready to fight for His Majesty, ready to join the mass movement. I hope that you are one as well. His Majesty.
All right, greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. My name is Asfa, and I'm coming to you from the Church of Haile Selassie I, New York, and I support the mass movement of liberation in Ethiopia and restoration of His Imperial Majesty's dynasty, its monarchy in Ethiopia. Telling all young and old, listen to the elders here present, do not accept any government documents, any green cards from the government. All right, greetings. My name is Asfa. I'm president here in the Church of Haile Selassie I in New York. And I support the mass movement of restoration in Ethiopia and liberation in Ethiopia, the monarchy, the government in Ethiopia. Young and old, please do not accept any documents, any government green cards from the government present in Ethiopia right now. Everyone, the government there has overthrown His Majesty, and we should not take anything from them. Support the mass movement worldwide. Support all of the elders here present. Wrap your hands around them as well, and continue to work for the mass movement. And everyone, we need to come together, unified, to support the mass movement so we can move forward. His Majesty.
Yes, greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, one God, blessed be Jah. Rastafari, Emperor Haile Selassie I, living. My name is Brother Amaziah. I am a member of the Church Haile Selassie I. I'm speaking to you as a Rastafarian, and I'm speaking to you as a Haitian who is part of this struggle also. The mass movement is here to educate everyone and let them know that if the world right now in its present course is looking for peace, see, America failed that, so the only way for peace is for the restoration of His Majesty's dynasty in Ethiopia. You understand? The liberation of Ethiopia from socialist Marxist rule. And then you could talk about repatriation, which is a government-to-government thing. You understand? Now, anyone who is thinking of taking that offer that was given by the Ethiopian government for citizenship, think about this. From 75 to this present time, 2017, all of the major atrocities that have happened in Ethiopia to the Ethiopian citizens who are born there, and descendants have come by the hand of their own government. You understand? So if the government of Ethiopia in its present day doesn't mind killing their own people, arresting their own people, fighting their own people, taking away their rights, take away their history and the knowledge of their history and education, what do you think they're going to have for you as a foreigner who will take citizenship because you rather sell out your God and sell out monarchy for socialism? You think they're going to really respect you when they see you do that? No, it's a divide and conquer tactic, because they want to split the organization and they want to split Rasta. So you have Rasta fight Rasta because they know true sentiment. a lot of Rastafarians are going to want to go back to Zion, back to heaven, back to Ethiopia. But you have to understand, if you do and you take it, you don't want a king. And it says, without a king, you have no identity. That means that at the end of the day, the citizenship means nothing. It means nothing because there's no monarchical, there's no sovereignty behind it. So wake up, people. Start doing your education. Go on the church website. Start to read Rastology. Start to read the doctrine of the IWF. And join the mass movement to stop what's going on, because it's pure darkness, blinding the people. And it come like the blind leading the blind. But this is where the light is, in the Church of Haile Selassie I, in the IWF, and with the mass movement. Emperor Haile Selassie I, lead it.
Yes, greetings, name of the Most High Emperor Haile Selassie I, Majesty, Rastafari. This is Lyle Fox talking to you, Brother Abdia of the Abbot of the New York Church in America. And basically all I want to say to everybody is support the mass movement. And why I say support the mass movement, we have to understand the same thing what everybody is saying here today. Understand that the government in Ethiopia, like the Abuna said recently, is old wine in what? A new bottle. Understand? And why did he say that? It's 1974-75, yes, the Dirge overthrew the whole thing. But up until this today, 1994-95, the Constitution remained the same. Understand? Taking out the monarchy of who? Emperor Haile Selassie I. So, although a man say Rasta, understand, and he may love the emperor, but if you're a bubble, understand, if you're a Nyabingi, House of Dread, 12 tribes, take away your sentiments from Mama Africa and Ethiopia and all of that, and look at the real thing. There is no king in what? In her. Understand? And we have to be that militant force. Understand? And that strong courage that the Emperor said that's going to defeat what? Goliath. So we can move forward. So we have to support the Abuna, Emmanuel Fox, as the leader for the mass movement. Support the Church of Emperor Haile Selassie I and the Imperial, you know what I said? Not the EWF, the Imperial Ethiopian, what? World Federation. Understand? And stand by it. Understand? We have to be unified. The Emperor said it. Tradition and custom have to be what? Modified in order to ensure a humanity. What's our tradition? Keep your own other houses then, yes. But the modification is support the mass movement. So that 2018 we can make an impact to the world. True. Understand? To restore the restoration of who? Emperor Haile Selassie I, His Majesty. Rastafari.
Greetings, Rasta people. Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, one God. My name is Brother Bert. I'm speaking to you from the New York Church right now, the Church of Haile Selassie I, and I'm speaking to you representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're making a call to all Rasta people, all those that love justice and hate aggression. We're asking you to come and join us to be a part of the mass movement. What is the mass movement about? We are fighting for the restoration of the dynasty of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Some might be aware, some might not be aware, but in Ethiopia right now, what they do is they try to eradicate and erase the emperor's name out of everything. They want to take the emperor's name off the high school. They want to take his name off of all the stuff he's done and erase his history. And we, as people that love His Majesty and see His Majesty as God, we cannot allow that. We cannot allow that. So right now we're making a call for all those who truly love justice and hate aggression to come and be a part of this mass movement so that we can unite in numbers and stand for what's right as Rasta people, because there's no way we're going to accept citizenship. There's no way we're going to accept a green card from a government that's not ours. Our government is monarchy. It's monarchy we deal with. We deal with king, queen, emperor. That's what we deal with. And we're going to keep it short and sweet, His Majesty.
Yes, greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, one God. Yes, my name is Brother Migdalel, and I'm speaking to you from the Church of Emperor Haile Selassie I, New York branch. Yes, we have to rally ourselves as Rastafarian people under the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation, and the Church of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I under that umbrella, because the Church of Haile Selassie I and the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation represent His Majesty government in exile right now. And His Majesty government is the Christ government. Right now, the Ethiopian government is under the government, what you call a democratic republic, which is anti-Christ, anti-monarchy. So we have to realize what we're doing, because Revelation say that the Antichrist will come and trick the people and will give them the mark of the beast on their forehead and on their hand. That mark of the beast is you working for the citizenship and you believe in the propaganda that is spread to you about His Majesty, about what happened in 1974. We right now represent that same struggle 1935 to 1941. And we have to take up our responsibility and do and become an instrument in the hand of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, so that we can become liberated economically and mentally and spiritually, and we can restore our dynasty as Ethiopian sovereignty people, our dynasty, restore that, so that we can become a part of His Majesty government in our time. Give thanks, His Majesty.
Yes, greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, the living God. My name is Brother Jason Wells. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, but right now I'm in the Church of Emperor Haile Selassie I in North America, New York, Brother Mariah, and I support the mass movement, because the mass movement is His Majesty government, really and truly in exile, and as a Trinidad and Tobago born national and an Ethiopian sovereign, that His Majesty set things out for us when He visited our country, and
66.
It's 1966, and they betray His Majesty, and I support this movement because this movement fighting for the restoration of the government of God government on earth, and God government it rule all governments, that's why His Majesty had to visit so many islands, because He was trying to bring all government as one under the true and living government of the world, God government, So I support this movement because this movement, the mass movement, is God government. And I, as a initiate, a baptized man in the Church of Emperor Selassie I, I say God government must come back on earth, because we are fighting, the church is fighting for years to open up a lot of Rasta people's eyes, and not only Rasta, for those who love justice and hate aggression, and the people who are oppressed by the government of whatever country you're in, and it's time we wake up, and fight for something that's real. And this government, this mass movement is real, you understand? So, brothers and sisters, all over the world, those who in America, Trinidad, Jamaica, everywhere, support the mass movement any way you can, you understand? And get connected with the Church of Emperor Selassie I, wherever he is in Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, London, North America. Come and support the church and the mass movement, because this is God government and we are God people. You understand? His Majesty Rastafari, living God, Majesty.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. My name is Irene Fox from the Church of New York City. I support the mass movement that we are asking brothers and sisters to support. We're not trying to convert anybody to become Rasta. We're just trying to get support so people can be aware of what's going on in Ethiopia. If you accept this green card for people who want to go back to Ethiopia, it's like basically just killing your own self. Because if you do research. In Ethiopia right now, they're killing people who say God and Pastor the First is God, or anybody who don't agree with what the government is saying. So if we accept this and go over there, we're basically walking into our own self, killing ourselves. So in your right state of mind, why would you want to get a green card to go to a country to just only spend a month over there and then next month you're killing yourself? So support this movement, share the video so we can get, support to basically change what the government is saying. Your Majesty.
Yes, greetings from the Church of Haile Selassie I in Brooklyn. My name is Mattia, and I'm the assistant abbot to the abbot that's here in Brooklyn, and I support the mass movement. And I want to share a little history with whoever's watching this. When we say that we don't accept no green card, and His Majesty came to Jamaica and said we are blood brothers, to further elaborate when His Majesty said that, why did he come and say we blood brothers? In the late 14th century, Emperor Zari Yaqub of the Solomonic dynasty was fighting against the Arab Muslim invaders, you understand? And men of his war camp were cut off in the Eritrean area, and they were sent to Jamaica as not slaves, but because this was long before slavery, they were sent to Jamaica as prisoners of war. And from there, they spread out to other places in the island. So when His Majesty come there, it's his people he talking to. That's why he said that the people of Ethiopia and Jamaica are blood brothers. And as Abbot Eloi said, that is DNA concept. You understand? So it's like we paying back to go in our own house. How can you pay to go in your house? You understand? Why would you sign up to go back in your place? We belong there already. So there's nothing to sign up for and all of them. Them thing that sellout thing, brethren. You understand? And any man that's just dealing with chalice, reggae and beat drum thing, Ethiopia burn. Why y'all do them thing in Rasta? What the item is saying. You understand? Certain things we have to really look within ourselves, because history is a nation guideline and a nation destiny. And Joshua the Christ, the historical man, said, in order to be a disciple of mine, you must hate your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, the present government that's fighting against us, even your own very self. And first love the Lord thy God. So if you're not following this mass movement, you're a traitor. You're not standing for anything. True. You're not standing for anything. You don't mean anything. So this is to Ayabingi, Bobo Shanti, 12 tribe, not in the word of fighting nobody, but I defend God. God I'm defending. So I don't care. I'm talking to any one of the item who see what I'm talking. I'm here at the church. Come reason with we at the church. And stop leaning upon your own folly ground and leaning upon your own understanding, because all them other doctrine was and the Church of Haile Selassie I is. True. And we must win, because God fire gunshot for his struggle, and that's what's going to happen. That have to happen with us. So with that, give thanks. I'm not going to stress the whole thing. His Majesty.
Bring it back to the item again. I must make the Rastafarian people and those that love trust and integration understand clearly. Emperor Haile Selassie I, through theocracy, is the vice regent of Christ on earth, which means that he is God, comparable to Constantine, AD 325. I define himself as the vicar of Christ on earth, become God on earth. What we say to the Rasta people is that you cannot get sentimental and accept the citizenship. You can't get it. You can't accept it. If you accept it, means you betray Imperial Majesty trust. You have to understand clearly that is not a king we are dealing with. Christ, the Christ who said you must sell your clothes and buy a sword. We were authorized by King Selassie. He called upon all for the Rastafarian movement to support the sacred goal and objective of his father, Emperor Selassie. And he said, prince or no prince, we must follow the struggle. It is important that we align ourselves with the mass movement, because without the mass movement, there is no repatriation. Without the mass movement, the Rasta man gone up to another 2 years slumber. So we really fight the item individually. But if you want more information about the mass movement, you can contact 718-638-9013. And we have a meeting during Friday from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Our church worship start 11 until 1:30. So we're going to come off now and bring it back to you on next day. So that's the first event. Blessed be Jah.
Rastafari, Emperor Haile Selassie first living.
Blessed be Jah.
Rastafari, Emperor Haile Selassie first living.
Blessed be Jah.
Rastafari, Emperor Haile Selassie first living.
We could globalize the whole thing, that we can get back our country from the Marxists, Leninists, Stalinists, people who pretend to be democratic. It's not going to work. It's man to live it.